Welcome to Math Movies with Miss Feuer-Beck and Miss Veluti. Today we'll be learning how to multiply fractions by fractions. A recipe for oatmeal chocolate chip cookies calls for 3/4 cups of oats. You are making half of the recipe. How much oats should you use? Okay, so the recipe calls for 3/4 cups of oats, and you are making half of the recipe. That means that I'm finding half of 3/4. Or another way of thinking about that is 1/2 times 3/4, because I'm finding half a group of 3/4. And it wants to know how much oats I should use. So I can think of this square here as representing 1 full cup of oats. And I'm first going to show that I have 3/4 cup of oats. So I'm going to take that and divide it into 4 equal sections. And I have 3/4 of those. This is the original recipe. And now I'm going to see what half of that is going to be. So I'm going to divide that in half and shade in half of the 3/4. And what I really want to pay close attention to here are the parts that are shaded in both blue and green. And I can see that there are 3 pieces that are shaded in both blue and green, and that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total pieces, so 3/8. So I need 3/8 cups of oats. On the Westwood track team, 3/5 do running events. Of the students who do running events, 1/3 do relay races. What fraction of the students on the track team run the relay races? Well, 3/5 are running events, and of those 3/5, 1/3 do relay races. So that means that I'm finding 1/3 of the 3/5. Or another way of thinking about that is 1/3 times 3/5. I'm going to imagine that this square is representing the entire Westwood track team. So first I'm going to show that the 3/5 who do running events. So I'm going to divide the team into fifths, and I'm going to shade in 3/5 to show those that are participating in running events. And now I'm going to show that 1/3 of them do relay. So I'm going to divide the team into thirds, and I'm going to shade in 1/3 of those that do running events, because it said 1/3 of 3/5. And I want to pay special close attention to these 3 sections that are shaded in both blue and red. So there are 3 sections shaded in both blue and red, and I can see that there are 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 15 squares altogether in this whole track team. So that is 3/15. In other words, each of these is representing 1/15. And I know that 3/15 can actually be simplified to 1/5. So 1/5 run the relay races. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a lot about multiplying fractions times fractions.